Maul, one of the most fearsome characters in the Star Wars universe. Known for his crimson saber staff and his blood-red skin, Maul is an intimidating character. Today, I will be breaking down his life and showing how he transformed from a small child in an impoverished village to the fearsome crime lord, to a broken ex-Sith who has lost everything. This is Maul, explained. Maul was born a Night Brother alongside his two brothers, Feral and Savage. Maul's mother was a powerful Night Sister, Mother Talzin. She raised Maul, Feral, and Savage in a camp where they grew their physical strength until the time when the Night Sisters would choose a partner. However, Maul never fulfilled his fate as he was stolen away by a man named Sidious. Sidious had a close relationship with Mother Talzin, as they had decided to trade knowledge. To understand the Force, one must study all of its aspects, he once said. Sidious gave Talzin knowledge of the dark side, and in return, Talzin informed Sidious on the secrets of her magic. Sidious then betrayed Talzin by stealing her son. Talzin was distraught. Sidious then made Maul his new apprentice. Maul practiced for many years, killing powerful monsters with primitive weapons. He grew extremely physically strong. After many years, Maul's master brought him to the planet of Malachor. Maul witnessed the great battle between the Jedi and the Sith. He was filled with rage and loathing of the Jedi as the voices filled his head of dying Sith. This was a crucial part in his life. This is when he finally snapped, and his single desire was to hurt the Jedi. This hate would pave his destiny for the rest of his lifetime. He then used his anger to painfully craft the double-bladed weapon that all Star Wars fans know across the world. As he crafted his weapon, he heard the voices of the past fallen Sith warriors. It was assembled using stolen parts, with 3 kyber crystals. Over the next few years, Maul would yearn to fight the Jedi, and strike them down as they struck down his fellow companions. However, Sidious forbade him and even went so far as to threaten him with death, in fear of Maul prematurely revealing the existence of the Sith. One notable adventure in which Sidious attempted to quench Maul's thirst of vengeance. He sent Maul to kill a group of pirates who were meddling with the Trade Federation. One pirate, who mistaken Maul for a Jedi, bargained for his life in exchange for information on a woman named Zeb Severus, who was auctioning off a Jedi Padawan. Maul was intrigued. He killed the Trade Federation members and left. This was Maul's first time disobeying his master, as he feared that if he let Sidious know of his actions, Sidious would forbid him from killing the Padawan. Maul recruited bounty hunters Cad Bane, Aurora Singh, Vor Delio, and Two-Til Tech after having a run-in with them at a cantina. Maul attended the auction when his probe droid informed him that the bounty is present. He confronts the young Padawan, the Zabrak and blood in him racing. Just as he is about to quench his thirst for vengeance, he is interrupted by Zeb Severus, flanked by 2 enormous battle droids. After a brief confrontation, Maul was able to capture the Padawan and murder Zeb Severus. However, Maul and his crew were quickly identified as thieves and hunted down. Maul and the Padawan fought against these hunters, but then quickly went into a duel against each other straight afterwards. He then assassinated anyone who knew of his true identity as a Sith. He had done the thing he wanted to do. He had killed a Jedi. However, when he returned to his master, Palpatine revealed that all along he had known of Maul's deeds and was happy about them. He was happy for Maul's thirst for death to the Jedi, and how it hadn't been quenched quite yet. This is when the events of the Phantom Menace finally tie into Maul's story. Palpatine permitted Maul to finally reveal himself to the Jedi. He sent Maul on a mission to capture the Princess of Naboo. He found Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, who were traveling with Padme at the time, on Tatooine, fought with them, and lost. But when they arrived back at Naboo, Maul was waiting for them. Maul confronted Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and we all know how that went. Maul infiltrated the palace, dueled with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, kills Qui-Gon, and then gets chopped in half. At the time, this was the end of Maul. But in 2011, the Clone Wars TV show revealed that Maul is indeed alive. There's a gap between what happened between the Duel of the Fates and when Maul was discovered in Clone Wars. After Maul was cut in half, he used the Force to crawl down an air vent. He made his way to a trash container, where he used the dark side so intensely that it gave him a will to survive. He made crude legs out of wires and other scrap metal. He then survived for 12 years on a junk planet, slowly growing insane until Savage Opress came to save him, as he was commanded by Mother Talzin. Mother Talzin repaired Maul's legs, and Maul took Savage as his new apprentice, as he set out on his new quest to take revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi. He allied himself with 3 groups of people: the Pike Syndicate, Death Watch, and Black Sun. Then came the first siege of Mandalore in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Maul quickly took over the planet of Mandalore and killed the Duchess Satine. This was partly for the reason that it would help him gain even more firm control over Mandalore, but also because Satine was the love of Obi-Wan's life, and the deed was done in front of him. Maul then realized that Palpatine would have to be eliminated, as Palpatine was a great threat to his power. However, in a duel, Palpatine killed Savage and imprisoned Maul in a secret prison in Stygian Prime. Palpatine let Death Watch break Maul out of prison, because he knew that Maul would lead Palpatine to Mother Talzin, where Palpatine would end her life. Maul finally reigned Mandalore, but then the events of Clone Wars Season 7 transpired, and the second siege of Mandalore happened, this time with Maul and Death Watch being on the losing side. Maul was captured, but then freed by Ahsoka Tano during the events of Order 66. Maul then lived for 60 years in isolation, occasionally fighting an Inquisitor and defeating at least one. This then leads up to the final years of his life, where he met Ezra Bridger during his search for a Sith holocron, and Ezra's trip to Malachor to find the secrets of the Sith. Maul saw potential in Ezra and wanted to take him as his new apprentice. After Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka were tracked down by 3 Inquisitors, Maul helped them defeat the Inquisitors, but then turned on Kanan and Ahsoka. Maul blinded Kanan and then tried to take Ezra for his own. However, Ahsoka drove off Maul and Ezra retrieved the Sith holocron. But then, Maul got another chance. Maul took Kanan's Jedi holocron and Ezra's so-called family hostage and ransomed them for the Sith holocron, so that he could finally learn the secrets of both the Jedi and the Sith. Maul found out that Obi-Wan was still alive and went to track him down. Ezra helped Maul find out where Obi-Wan was, and Maul and Obi-Wan confronted one final time. This time, Obi-Wan killed Maul, cutting his lightsaber in half with a vertical slash. Thus ends the life of Maul, a life full of torment and hatred, a life which ended in the arms of the man he hated the most. I feel nothing but pity for Maul, tormented as a night brother in his childhood and abused by his master in adulthood. He was manipulated by Palpatine into being a tool, and then was cut off from the man he depended on. He was then thrust into a life of anguish and hate, getting a small glimpse of power and hope before his life ended.